Welcome to Bloody Flicks. I'm your host, Pete.
I'm Kyle, and we talk about all things bloody.
And today we're going to review the two movies from Tales of the Crypt.
Demon Knight and Bordello of Blood.
Ooh. Actually, these are both pretty good movies, especially Tales of the Crypt, because I like Tales of the Crypt. You like Tales of the Crypt.
Yeah, I watched it when I was a kid, because my family did have HBO back then.
Yeah, I grew up with HBO, with the start of HBO. That's how old I am. So, yeah, sorry, let's get into it. Start us off.
Well, Demon Knight, as the very first Tales from the Crypt movie. And
With Billy Zane.
Yep, with Billy Zane and William Sadler and Jada Pinkett Smith. Well, I guess I wouldn't say Smith. She wasn't married to Will Smith yet, so.
Was she in a Tupac phase back then?
Yeah, I guess.
I don't remember.
So this tells the story of demons that's looking for these keys, and the last key is on Earth, and William Sadler's character Breaker is basically the Demon Knight. He's supposed to stop the demons from taking over the Earth, and so he finds a group of people that are under attack from the demons, and Billy Zane is the collector that wants to collect that final key, and like I said, William Breaker has it. And so what did you like?
I like the fact that the key was the blood of Christ, or was the blood of Jesus, and the blood actually wards off the evil spirits. Like how you put the blood in a door frame and it seals up an open space so the demons can't get in. I thought that was cool. The key looks cool. Billy Zane's character is really cool. I really like him, and I know he has one of your favorite lines. Go ahead.
Oh, the podunk. I can't cuss.
Anyway, I do like the characters. Who's the black lady in there?
Oh, CCH Pounder.
I really liked her when she lost her arm, and I was like, oh no, because she's a good character. I like her. I probably like pretty much all the characters. The premise of the movie, it was simple, but yeah, kind of spooky. It's kind of like when you're younger, you could watch it, be scared without being terrified and covering your eyes, like some of the Jason movies or Michael Myers, all that. So, it kind of was a good in between movie. Now, what did you think?
So, my likes was I like Billy Zane, the collector. He has some funny lines in it. And no, I can't recall. The one I like, it's kind of hard to remember.
He says it all the time at work, but he can't say it now.
Yeah, I don't. We're trying to keep this PG-13. And the makeup effects, the demons. I like to look at the demons and everything in the effects area. I liked all the main characters. Some of them, like Thomas Hayden Church from Wings, his character was kind of a dick.
Yeah.
And when he gets killed, you're like so glad that it finally happens.
Anybody that wants to shut their nipples needs to die.
Oh yeah,
That's
I forgot about
weird.
that.
Yeah, baby.
My nipples are smoking.
Yeah. It was a good movie. I like the fact that because back then you didn't have the CGI stuff as you do now, so I kind of like the old school where it's good. The costumes, the makeup's good, even though there's got a little cheesiness to them. When everything's straight up CGI, so I do like that.
And the Crypt Keeper at the beginning was kind of funny. He was supposed to be a director directing a movie, and it actually was kind of funny seeing a full, like, the Crypt Keeper have legs, because usually when you see the Crypt Keeper, he's always sitting behind his.
Actually, it's one of the rare times he had legs.
Yeah.
But not the only time. I can't remember that many episodes, but you're right.
So what didn't you like?
Actually, I like the whole movie. I thought the movie's entertaining. It's supposed to be what it is. It's supposed to be one of those, movies with action, horror with a little cheese thrown in. I thought it was a really good movie. I had really no complaints with that. I thought it was really good. I really enjoyed it, especially as a kid, and I still watch it to this day. So,
Yeah, myself, I didn't really have anything that I didn't like. Maybe, I guess if I had one dislike would be the mailman dude. Like, he was the one that he was towards the end. They found like all of his guns, like he was gonna go shoot at the post office. I'm like, they didn't notice that Didn't notice him like acting weird and stuff.
They were too busy trying to do other things.
Well, they kind of mentions kind of like, because he said he lost his job and he's been acting weird, but it's like they didn't really kind of. It was like,
well, maybe they were going to go a certain way with that and decided to cut it out, so it was
Could
kind of
be.
left in there. Sometimes it happens, but I don't know. For me, as far as Demon Knight, Tales from Crypt Demon Knight, I would give it 4 blood drops out of 5.
Okay. For me, since I watched this as a kid, because I love Tales from the Crypt, I'm going to give this 5 out of 5 blood drops.
Damn.
I guess it's that nostalgia.
Hey, it depends what you grew up with. So anyway, the second movie is
Bordello of Blood.
That's right. And I was going to mess it up. I couldn't say it correctly. But Bordello of Blood. Bordello of Blood.
And this one has Dennis Miller, Corey Feldman, and Erica Alanik from Baywatch. She was actually in the first few seasons of Baywatch.
Yeah, this was, and I tell you, this has to do with vampires. And an ancient vampire who take out our heart, or take out the heart, cut it into four separate boxes. The opening scene where they go through the woods, or not the woods, but the jungle, to find this artifact, or relic, or whatever. It was pretty cool. I like how they start off with, they get the heart originally. He has the heart in 4 sections. He has to take sliders out to get the heart pieces, and they form together. So, again, a little cheesy graphics with the way they did it, but it's still cool and looked good. I like that. It's pretty good. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, early 90s, yeah. A little bit of CGI in there, but, not too bad.
Yeah, not too bad.
It actually has aged pretty well. It's not like other 90s movies where the CGI is god-awful and don't hold up, but this one actually holds up pretty well.
Yeah, because it reminds you more of 80s and 90s, the way it looks, so it does hold up. A lot of hooters, a lot of boobs in there. I guess now that I'm being older, that looking at boobs is like, not a big deal in a movie. As versus a kid, I was all about that. When you grew up with a kid, your dad tells you close your eyes and you're doing this, with or whatever. But I don't know. The premise of the movie was okay. Go find a house. You're invited to a house because Corey Feldman and his buddies want to get laid, and a creepy guy come to this house. Kind of like Hostel. You always have the creepy or dorky guy that knows how to get these chicks, and the normal cast follows what he says and just goes to
Yeah,
get
but the
these chicks.
guy in this movie was like...
He was super creepy.
He was like cracked out or something.
Yeah, he's like, oh, you know who these girls are.
Yeah.
And okay, I'll go.
Oh, yeah, where's that?
So that was kind of dumb, but I mean, what do you expect? It's how it goes in movies. But you go to this mansion and...
Well, no, it was a mortuary.
Oh, was it more? Well,
Yeah, it was a mortuary.
Yeah, I guess it was mortuary.
Underneath the mortuary was where the bordello was with all the vampire chicks.
Yeah, the party.
Yeah, the party.
So as you get there, to get down to the party, you have to get in the casket and ride on a track down to the casket, or in the casket down to a room where someone opens a coffin, and magically there's topless women vampires up there dancing, partying, and gonna escort you to a room to give you a good time.
Oh, yeah. Give you that happy ending.
Just weird when you see them out of the coffin, they're all laying there all beat up, like, oh, what the hell happened? And then they're supposed to be all like sexy. Hey, come make out with me. Oh, it was weird.
I'm like, all right.
What'd you think?
Well, I like Dennis Miller's character. He was a private investigator, and a lot of the things that coming out of his mouth was real hilarious.
Yeah, I played decent comic relief.
Yeah. The vampire kills, like, one of them was the head vampire, Lilith. She went to go kiss this guy, and she forced her tongue down his throat, and it pushed out his heart through his chest. That was cool. But then again, there's parts of Lilith that I didn't like either. She was kind of annoying, like some of the things she said. It just was annoying. But, that's just me. And when I was a kid, I liked it a lot more. Probably because, boobs and being a kid.
Yeah, okay, this is one of the movies, watching it when you're younger versus older, it's totally different. A lot of naked girls to enhance the movie, because, I mean, vampire lore is sexual and, to draw you in with that type of thing, and there are some flaws though, because vampires are supposed to be superior in strength, and there's one part where he's pushing against a vampire, and he pushes the vampire back against the wall with a coffin, and it would never happen because the vampire would be so strong they could just pick up the coffin and kill the guy with it. There's a few flaws in there, but from Tales from Crypt movie. It's supposed to be had a little humor, had a pretty decent killing. Storyline wasn't bad. I don't know, the laser thing. They have a giant laser that this fake preacher for a show is supposed to carve
Cross.
a cross into the stage or whatever, and it's too much or it's too powerful, so they end up trying to kill the main vampire with it. So that was kind of like, it was okay. It was just kind of, it's not just thrown in there, but I don't know. I mean, it was okay. Not as good as Demon Knight for me. What did you think? I don't know.
Well, I would say like my favorite kill in the whole movie is the water gun massacre when Dennis Miller what, you didn't like that?
At least he had a super soaker, but he gives the preacher a little shooter that you gotta. Okay, we've all had friends that went to their house when they're little, and you have a squirt gun fight, right? And someone always gets stuck with what? The shitty handgun that doesn't squirt for shit. The string's about this long. You can't pump the handle, right? And he's walking around killing vampires with that. At least a super soaker has enough juice in it. And all those vampires didn't run out of holy water. Because that little gun that the preacher had was this big. He'd been out of water. Like, it was fun. It was a cool scene, breaking with super soakers. But the fact that the preacher had a little mini squeeze gun.
Well, all you had to do was squirt him once.
But they did. They were like laying it on him. Like, you would have ran out of water.
Not the preacher. Dennis Miller was, because he had the super soaker.
He's
the
like,
preacher was just kind of like shooting him like with this.
He's like, he had better luck spitting on him. But it was funny. It was that was a cool scene. It just, when I saw them, they get the little gun, I thought of Men in Black, where Will Smith gets the cricket.
And when they're doing it, the Ballroom Blitz song was on, and it was good. I like that.
Yeah, it was a good scene. I just thought it was funny that the one guy gets the little gun. They could have made like a reference, you know.
Okay, that would be like in Halloween Kills with Big John, Little John. I got this little knife. I got this big knife. It's kind of like the same thing.
Yeah,
it's kind of for comic relief.
I'm not saying it was bad. I'm not saying it was a bad scene. I'm just saying I thought that part was funny that he got a little gun. You know. It just was like, and they used so much holy water that there's no way that they would have had any left. Especially the preacher with that little gun. I don't know. It just was. It was funny, but it was kind of looking at going. It's funny, stupid. I think it was. Yeah. And I think it was meant to be that way. So yeah. I actually liked the scene. It's just stupid at the same time, but it makes me laugh, so I'm all about that. So that's good.
Oh well. So, with that being said, I would give Bordello of Blood 4 out of 5 blood drops.
Oh wow! Really?
Yes.
Wow. I would only give it 3 out of 5 blood drops for me, just because it was a step down from Demon Knight, but it was still pretty cool, and it does hold up today. So for me, 3 out of 5 blood drops.
Can't talk today.
Obviously not. So until next time,
stay bloody.